Oh, what's up? There, that's the intro. All right, today we have a real Glock 19, which has just been added to my collection. We've got the Glock 19x Umarex or however it's pronounced, airsoft trainer, and we have a kitchen scale over here. So we're gonna take out both of them, compare them a little bit. I picked this up after using one in a shoot house course recently, and I really liked it, and I thought it would be a great addition for training when I can't use live ammo, so in and around the house, and maybe in the winter time when I want to shoot in the yard. I can't shoot here with live ammo, but I can shoot airsoft, and I think it might have some actual value for dry fire training. Let's check it out. Let's see how close it is to the actual 19, and then we're gonna go shoot it on paper. The airsoft guy will go shoot it on paper, see how it shoots from a couple different common distances, and maybe this will give you some idea of whether or not you might want to pick one up and see if it would fit into your kind of training. So I have had this open and I have been using it, but let's see what comes in the package. When you get this, I'm gonna rip it. There we go. It's got this little tab on the bottom. When you get this, there will be a plastic bag on the actual airsoft pistol, and there it is. Looks, I mean, other than the orange safety cap, it looks pretty realistic. It feels realistic. It is licensed by Glock. It uses all of the same dimensions, all of the same sizing, you name it. It uses all of the same stuff and same, well, not the same components, but to size, to scale, correct from the factory. The mags are a little different. These airsoft mags, they hold, this one's the green gas, it holds the propellant and the BBs, and it weighs a lot more than the regular Glock mag. And then the pistol, when it doesn't have the mag in it, is actually quite light. It's noticeably light. But with the mag in there, it's got some heft to it. You'll notice immediately though that on the airsoft one, the weight is back here in the grip. It's mostly in the mag. The mag weighs a ton. Whereas when it's unloaded on a Glock 19, most of the weight is up on the slide. It's top heavy versus the Umarex airsoft pistol, which is very like grip heavy. So that is a difference that, and it makes me wonder a little bit about like how that will factor into training and that sort of thing. But that's something to keep in mind. So also in the box is a Allen key that can be used in the front here to adjust the, it's called the hop up, which is basically when the BB comes out, if it's nose diving or going up towards the sky, you can adjust that by adjusting the hop up. And then it also comes with some little tiny O-rings and the user's manual and that sort of thing. So that's pretty much all that is in there when you get it out of the box. All right, I moved the box out of the way so that you can see the two pistols next to each other. Let's check out the mags. Here's a standard Glock mag. Here is the Umarex. So that's a 19 versus a 19x. Keep in mind. And then here are the two pistols. If I lay them on top of each other, oh, trying to hold it all together here. I don't have a 19x on hand, so we got to compare the 19 to the 19x Airsoft. All right, first up is the full airsoft pistol at 12.65 ounces. And then the Glock 19 at 1 pound 5 ounces, which is 21 and a half ounces, basically, if I'm doing my math right, and that's without the mags. Glock 19 mag, 2.45 ounces, Umarex 19x Airsoft mag, 9.25 ounces. So you can see there's a huge difference in the weight of the mags. One of the things that I'm excited about using the Airsoft Trainer for is that it is directly compatible with all of your lights. This is a TLR 7A, and I'm kind of excited about that. Did a little work around the house at night, and they'll basically mount right up. See if I can get this to mount. There we go. Just like that. So you can pop your lights or your lasers or whatever you might be rocking right down on there, no problem. So when it comes time to load up, get yourself some 6mm biodegradable BBs if you're going to be shooting outside. And then on the mag here, well, we'll gas it up first. So on the bottom of the mag, you just pull down, slide the base plate off. Don't worry, this is retained. I was worried about that to begin with. And then down here, there is a brass nipple. Grab yourself some green gas. Match it right up. Power it up. Boom. Good to go. Pull that detent back down. Slide your base plate on. And you are gassed up. Ready to go. And then flip it over and there is a detent on this side. You slide that right down. And then just dump some BBs in there. Dump out the extras. There you go. Bada bing, bada boom. And then, of course, mag in, and you're ready to rock. Rack the slide, and you should be good to go. We're going to take this outside and do a little shooting on paper to see how it shoots from different distances. And I apologize in advance, there may be some road noise, but we'll see how those groups turn out on paper. Alright, I apologize again for the road noise, but hopefully it's not too bad. We're going to start at 3 paces from the target, then 5, 7, and 9. We're going to do 10 shots per, aiming dead center, and then we'll see if there's any differences. Let's check it out. Alright, first up is 3 on the top. Charge it. Okay, there's 10 shots. Not bad, huh? Looks pretty good. A little low, may have to adjust that hop up. Okay. All right, guys, we're back here at 5. Let's try the next one. 10 at 5. Okay, there's 10 at 5 paces. Let's see. This one looks like it actually came up a little bit, like it's more centered on the dot. This one was obviously a tighter group. This one's a little more spread out, but it's kind of centered on the dot at 5 paces. So let's go back to 7 and try again. All right, now we're at 7. Let's give it a go. Looks like it's going high right now at 7. Definitely grouping up here, high right of target. So 3 paces low, 5 paces pretty much dead center, 7 paces is starting to cruise up to the top right. Let's try 9. 9 paces, let's see if I can even do this. Okay, let's go check it out. So at 9 paces, I'm aiming here, and it looks like we're kind of grouping here. 7, 5, 3. That's what we got. Starting about halfway through number 5, I switched BBs. I didn't really think about it, but I wonder if that changed. Because number 3, I shot with different BBs. So let's retry 3 paces with the same BBs that I used for 5, 7, and 9, just in case that changes. Let's see if we get the same grouping. Here we go. Okay, so there's 3 with the other BBs. There's 3 with, that's the same BBs I used on the rest. Actually, probably the best group of any of them. And it's still grouping low. So both at 3, no matter which BB type, kind of grouping exactly the same. So looks like that probably didn't affect the rest of the results. So at 3 we're low, at 5 we're pretty much centered, 7 we're starting to come high right, at 9 we're coming really high right. But remember, that can be adjusted using this hop up. So if you know that you're normally shooting at 7 or 9 yards or paces or whatever, you can tune your hop up for that and probably get it back on a target. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the shooting demo. Maybe that helps someone. Remember, take your mag out, because your mag stores the gas. With the mag out, the pistol is inoperable. That little brass bauble back here, this is a valve. When you pull the trigger in the pistol, it strikes this valve and releases gas up through the mag. There are BBs in there and there's still gas in here. So with that in the pistol, it could fire a BB. Those things come out pretty darn fast. Get one of those in the eyeball from a ricochet, it's not gonna be a good time. Now, there's also still a BB in the breech. You can like ram it out with something, but the pistol is inoperable here without the mag in there. So as long as you take the mag out, you're good to go. And then all you have to do is put the mag back in with the slide locked forward and just pull the trigger. You do not have to rack it again. If you do, you will double load. So if you've got one in the breech, just close the slide, put the mag in and pull the trigger and you will fire. There's a couple other things I'd like to talk about before we wrap up. All right, so in order to operate this thing, you're gonna need 2 consumables. Number 1, BBs, and number 2, green gas. If you purchase the green gas model, there are also CO2 models that take 12 grams CO2. If you're old school from stock class paintball, same thing. If you have some on hand, like me, you could do that if you want to. The green gas is pretty cool. It's some kind of like odorless propane with oil in it. You can buy adapters and use regular propane camping bottles and fill it, but it's gonna smell like propane when you shoot it, and you're gonna have to add oil, which I've seen some reviews of people saying it doesn't work very good and this and that. With this costing almost 200 bucks, I don't really feel like doing that and risking it. And then, what was I gonna say? Oh, every time you fill up the mag with green gas, it seems like you get about a mag and a half or 2 mags worth of shots out of a single fill. I haven't gone through a bottle of green gas yet, so I don't know how efficient it is, how many shots you actually get. This is about 15 bucks. If you buy them in bulk or you find them cheaper, you can find them probably down around $10 a bottle. And they should last a good long while. I don't know anything about airsoft. I'm not an airsoft guy, but I bought these 10,000 count biodegradable competition grade 20 gram or 0.20 gram, sorry, not 20 gram, 0.2 gram airsoft BBs. They seem to shoot fine. That's what I was shooting out there a second ago, is the 0.2 grams. And that's 10,000 of these is like 25 bucks. And 10,000 is a lot. It'll probably last me a while, I would imagine. So that'll give you some sense of what you're going to get into as far as consumables. And I haven't shot long enough to know how long that will last and how efficient the gas is. So in terms of what it's going to cost every time you pull the trigger, I don't know. But I am certain that it's cheaper than 9mm rounds. I'll tell you that. Now, you probably noticed from the video that the pistol actually like blows itself back. The slide comes back. So you do have to manage recoil, which is why I was really interested in getting one of these. I've tried the Mantis X10 Elite. I've tried some of the laser trainers. The reason I got rid of the Mantis was because I was out at the range and I shot, and then I reached up and racked my slide because I had been shooting with the Mantis so long that with the Mantis you have to rack the slide manually, and pull the trigger when you're dry fire training so that you get the striker, you can actually pull the trigger again, right? So I was in the house doing that over and over and over again, practicing with the X10. And then I got to the range and I was shooting and I like did that out of reflexive habit. So I sent it back immediately because for me, I thought that was terrible. I was basically caught myself training into a habit of like racking the slide all the time when I don't need to. So I didn't like that. I did, however, like a lot of other things about the Mantis. If you put the Mantis on something like this that cycles itself, that might actually be an awesome at-home trainer option. So if you have the Mantis and you want to get this, that might be a sweet combo that could be really effective. Oh, and the last thing I wanted to talk about is the trigger. So it uses Glock parts, and the triggers are, for all intents and purposes, identical. And the trigger really on this feels quite good. It's pretty crisp. It's got a very similar amount of take up, amount of resistance, and then pull through the wall. I think it feels pretty darn realistic, or at least similar to the Glock trigger. And I have no problem shooting it. I actually like the trigger on the Umarex just fine in terms of it being a plastic airsoft pistol. It's realistic enough, and honestly it feels as good or better than some striker fired pistols off the shelf anyways, so I don't have any complaints there. That was one other thing that I was hoping someone would address, and I never saw anybody talk about it. Alright guys, I think this video has gone on long enough. This thing has been a ton of fun. I have really enjoyed it. I hope this video helped you if you're thinking about picking up the Umarex Glock 19x as a trainer. You totally should. I really like it. I think it's awesome. We'll see over the long haul how it works. Hope this video helped you. Leave me a like, drop me a comment, let me know what's up, do the stuff. See ya.